Hello world. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your leadership wants an update on your project, but you know you're gonna slip? Awkward silence may be the best you got at that time, but it is never the right answer. How do you deal with such a situation? And most importantly, how do you make sure you don't get in that situation to begin with? Watch to learn 5 things that you can do to make sure it doesn't happen to you. Number 1. Review your deadlines as frequently as you can. Deadlines are great to set in the beginning and try to stick to them, but they need to be revisited as often as you can because you might find that you may not be going towards delivering on time and there may be time to course correct. So only if you review them you get to understand where you are and how you want to change. Here are a few things that you can ask when reviewing a deadline. Are you on track to delivering them? What are some of the roadblocks you're trying to work through in delivering the project? And if you're not going to meet the deadline, what are some of the things you can cut in the project to make sure you can deliver on time? These are going to be critical, especially when sending updates to leadership, which we'll talk about in a second. Number 2, send out frequent updates about your project. There is nothing more that screams great ownership than sending out frequent updates about your project to the leadership and the stakeholder team. So sign them up to an email list where you can send these updates at some cadence. Typically, a weekly update for a high velocity project is recommended, but you can choose the cadence. But whatever you do, stick to the cadence and send the updates so they can get to the rhythm of seeing the updates and stepping in if they can help. When sending the updates, there are a few things that you need to really focus on. Number 1, is the project in good shape in your perspective in terms of delivery time as well as the quality? If you had to revise the deadline recently due to some unforeseen circumstances, please provide a new update to the deadline and call out what has changed. And lastly, focus on what are some of the headwinds you're facing when meeting this deadline or any challenges that you're facing. The last one is important for a project that is not on track, so this will invite leadership to come and support or provide some possible solution to the problem or connect you with someone who can help. Getting help is not necessarily a bad thing. Get the help you can get. It actually shows strong ownership if you're able to get the help and move the project forward than stuck in one place trying to figure things out on your own. Number 3, know your capacity. Overpromising and underpromising can be equally detrimental to your credibility. But if you have to choose, try to underpromise and overdeliver. But make sure you push a little bit more for your next project. Leadership doesn't want to see a team that is slacking all the time. So make sure you improve and get to a point where you know your capacity and you know what you can deliver in a given period of time. If you are leading a large team on a project, make sure you understand the strengths and the weaknesses of all your team members. This will go a long way in giving a more accurate estimate for the project that you can actually honor in the long term. But there is one pitfall that I want to call. When figuring out the strengths and weaknesses and assigning tasks, always think in 2 critical dimensions. 1, the velocity of delivery for your project, and 2, the growth of the different team members in your team. You don't, for example, always want to give the complex task to a senior engineer who's going to kill it. This is going to take away these opportunities from more junior engineers who want to grow and show their skills and get to the next level. So try to strike a balance that both grows your team as well as provides a good velocity for delivering critical projects. Always make sure you buffer for learning time and growth opportunities for your more junior engineers as well. Number 4, be honest. It is often tempting to assure leadership that a project is going well, but in reality, it is not. You're about to miss a deadline. And hiding facts and not calling out the right risks and issues for a project is actually a sign of poor leadership quality. So own up when things are not going well, call them out early. In the same way that you would celebrate wins, call successes. When acknowledging that something is not going well, it is also important to call out what can be done to get the project back on track. That is a key distinction between a junior leader and a senior leader. Number 5, be cognizant of your boundaries. Boundaries provide security. They give a sense of stability, that things are going well. It can often be tempting to stay within a boundary and admit that this is not your responsibility. This actually may help you deliver the project on time, but you might find yourself spinning around in a racetrack closed circuit. You're going to go fast, you're going to deliver things fast, but you're not going to get to the next level. In order to break the boundaries, you have to be mindful of them. Think about opportunities when delivering a project on things that you could actually push the boundaries a little bit. That might be a new technology to try, or a cross-team collaboration that you can actually do to take the project to a slightly different level. You have to, of course, balance deadlines with things you can try, but always buffer for them and make sure you're pushing the boundary just a little bit to get to the next level. If you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more such videos in the future, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. If you have your personal experience that you want to share on this particular topic, please drop a comment in this video. And as always, until next time, good luck out there.